Like and subscribe now, or you're gonna have bad luck.
Oh!
Sometimes the best things happen when we least expect them to. Nowhere is this more obvious than in the well-timed photos online that capture the perfect moment. From accidental optical illusions to just straight-up hilarious moments of coincidence, here are 20 funny photos taken at the right time. Terrifying fish. Roman Fedorstov is a deep-sea fisherman in Russia, and he's been taking photos of... Wait, oh my god, what is that? A scroll through Fedorstov's Twitter page features photos of ocean creatures that look like they're from the most twisted Jim Henson movie ever produced. The English language site Moscow Times posted a handful of the photos, but this one definitely takes the cake. The fisherman is reportedly based in Murmansk, which is a real place in Russia, and not another planet where hell has opened up and set demons free to roam the land and the seas like this one. Sleep mask. This is the perfect picture to start the list with. First, you'll be confused because it's strange. A second look takes your eye close to her head where you spot a magazine. When you take a third look, you'll notice the magazine is open and one part is used to cover her face. Instead of going for a regular sleep mask, she opts for this cover. Unknown to her, the page contains a photo of a man who looks like he was battered or in prison. Look again, and you'll see that her face is covered, but her hair sells her out. If you walk into your sitting room to find your sister like this, how would you react? A photobombing gull. The beach is home to many creatures, including intruders. When you visit the seashore, expect to see animals like sea snails, crabs, bivalves, ducks, seals, dolphins, gulls. I could go on and on. If you're on vacation, pictures are one way to leave remarkable memories in your heart. In this photo, a young man was taking pictures of his yummy ice cream when suddenly a gull landed on his cone. It quickly rushes to have a quick gram while this man captures the moment. Sadly, he lost his ice cream, but he'll never forget this moment in history. Shopping bag splits. Our most embarrassing moments make for the perfect shot. In this photo, the lady is climbing the staircase at home when suddenly the groceries escape from the pack, and down they go. She's embarrassed and tries to hold the torn part of the bag in a bid to secure the goods. Too late. A tomato and 2 onions have already escaped and are heading to the floor. As the camera shutters, it captures the vegetable midair. This makes for an awesome wallpaper if you ask me. Basketball sticks to a man's face. Can you hold a ball with your teeth? Maybe you should try it. Is that even possible? It appears the man in this photo held this basketball with his teeth, but a closer look says something different. The ball is hitting the person in the face. The camera, or should we say the cameraman, was able to capture this perfect moment. Diet Coke volcano. A family in California was enjoying their Christmas Eve back in their home when they captured their most memorable photo. It was just after dinner when the boys coaxed their folks into having some soda. Right up to when the younger boy opened the Diet Coke top, it gushed out like a volcano. The intriguing part is that the mom's timing was perfect when taking the photo. Such unplanned moments bring out the most memorable photos. This is just one among loads of insanely funny photos captured at the right time. Prohodna, the Bulgarian cave. This architectural masterpiece is a perfect illustration of spectacular inventions. Situated in Bulgaria, the cave is an ideal destination to capture fascinating moments. One of the photos proves to be the art of perfect timing. This captivating image was captured in awe of the night when the tourists decided to capture the beauty of the full moon brightly hanging in the sky. This superb view earned the famous sightseeing name Eyes of God. Alligator with alligator gar. Wildlife capture in its full splendor. It seems as though the person who had the privilege of taking this photo had set out for an adventure. The setting of his environment was a crocodile-infested lake. An unexpected fish jumped out of the water in fright in an attempt to escape. But alas, it ended up landing right into the predator's mouth and thus giving us the perfect shot of how the wild is. A real mouthful. It's not every day you see a bird jump out of the water stuffing itself with an enormous fish. This amazing moment shows the blink and you'll miss it excitement of the natural world in all its crazy glory. The photographer actually won a prize for this picture that was taken back in 2013. Fascinating, isn't it? Cat camouflage behind a portrait of a cat. We all know felines can be quite cunning. This ginger darling decided to play peekaboo with its owner. It decided to use all means possible to get some attention, and he opted for the bite, scratch, and run maneuver. When the owner went to look for the cat, he was astonished to see it hiding behind the cat's portrait, but the tail was showing. The owner went and grabbed the camera and took this perfectly timed and hilarious shot. It's named "They'll Never Find Me Here" seal with a plushie. There are few things cuter than a seal, except perhaps for one hugging a plushie version of itself. This seal at Mombetsu Land, an attraction in Japan's Hokkaido prefecture, was handed a soft toy seal by zoo staff. It was clearly love at first sight for that seal, who even let its furry new companion go for a ride on its back. Knowing that this love story was too cute not to share, the center published photos on Twitter, and the public seemed to agree, sharing the tweet more than 26,000 times. Jesus photobombs. This couple never expected what they saw when they settled for a selfie. Photobombers are usually attention-seeking people who want to force themselves into a picture. A second look at this photo, and you'll be pretty convinced that this couple is lucky and unlucky at the same time. They sat on the staircase to take a picture. Behind them is a statue of Jesus Christ. Unfortunately, a young man stood in front of the statue covering Jesus' face. They don't seem to notice the difference because the young man looks a lot like... This photo remains one of the greatest photobombs ever captured on camera. Beezilla. Perspective is a hell of a thing. It can transform an everyday honeybee into an enormous monster, ready to attack the nearest town. When this photogenic bee flew into shot, the photographer was able to capture a perfectly timed photo with a hilarious optical illusion. Cat food. Every so often, real life and TV align perfectly. Like when this photographer captured the moment when a character on screen started eating the pet cat. Thankfully, the cat wasn't harmed. Eating pets isn't really recommended, but the guy sure seems to be enjoying it. Shark kiss. Destination weddings are a great way to mark the most important day of your life. Even your guests love to show up at a fashionable location. Greece is one location that stands out for me. When you look at a photo like this, what comes to mind? If you don't see the groom in the first instance, you're quick to conclude that the woman is kissing a shark. Pretend you didn't see the main picture for a second and look at the woman's shadow. The man's image is slightly invisible in the aquarium and the shark is covering his face. Look closely and you'll see his head. She can't possibly be kissing a shark when her handsome groom is by her side. Uninvolved in peace. How does the UN help countries agonizing from insurgency? They send peacekeepers to those areas to make the citizens feel at ease. They help warring parties implement the peace accord they sign. However, when you look at this picture, doesn't it send the wrong signal? The soldier's wearing a blue helmet and standing beside a signpost that says, "Involved in peace." UN is written on the headgear, and because he's standing beside the signpost, what we see is uninvolved in peace, which is in opposition to what the UN represents. Or is it? Mysterious baby feet. No, I swear it's not what it looks like. Scream all you want, but have a second look before coming to a conclusion. I promise it's not what you think. They're actually a baby's toes. This woman's asleep and her baby is tied to her chest. She's probably just positioned in the wrong place. She's unaware of this, but I guess the person who took the shot actually thought of it as something else. This optical illusion is both horrible and funny at the same time. Parents of the year. Nobody's perfect, and that's true of parents as well. Luckily, most of us don't have photographic evidence of our awkward parenting moments. This perfectly timed photo is one that they definitely won't live down anytime soon. This is truly a treasured family moment. Wild wedding. A lot of women have men falling for them, but nothing comes to this person in the back. Weddings are always memorable affairs, but some come with crazier stories than others. You'll never forget the guy who fell from the clouds on your wedding day. And if you're lucky, somebody will have captured the moment at the perfect time. Wedding photos don't get funnier than this. Have you ever taken a funny picture at the right time? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.